ma'am.
Sure, everyone's accounted for. All six of you. And here we go. September 11th, 2001 is a day we as Americans are unable to forget, regardless of your age, where you were in the world, or how you felt about America. The world held its breath when the first massive act of violence occurred in the free world. You can almost immediately think of the pictures of dust, rubble, fires raging, children bloodied and alone. This is a day when we haven't seen anything like it since these almost 16 years later. While we as Americans may not see it on our own soil and in our own towns, there are people who see this kind of destruction and violence every single day of their lives in the countries in the Middle East and Central Asia. These people are non-violent women, men, and children who are doing everything they can to save their lives and leave their destroyed country behind. But refugee status is near impossible to get, and is currently banned here in the United States. I could tell you the first-person accounts of the bombings, the murders, the rapes. I could recount to you the numerous stories of smugglers whose hands are stained with the bloods of the people they took to the sea with only half an intention to get the women and children and men somewhere safe. But you know these stories. They're nothing new. America turned Jewish people away during World War II. Religious violence has plagued Afghanistan for decades. Somalia has been fighting its way through famine and war since the early 90s. And the Syrian civil war has been happening for now 6 years. We like to say never again regarding a lot of horrible things in our past, but aren't we letting them happen now? Aren't we indirectly responsible for the innocent lives lost by not opening our doors to them? There are currently 23 million refugees in the world today. American troops have been in Syria since 2004, Somalia since 1993, and Afghanistan since 2001. These are countries with the highest amount of people seeking asylum currently. American troops, while trying to distinguish the ISIS threat in these countries, are also adding to the stress and violence in these nations. Airstrikes are happening every day. The amount of civilian deaths alone from the war in Syria are accounting to 478,000. The number of civilian deaths from the American airstrike alone is at least 300, but the U.S. Defense refuses to give an exact amount. The fear and threat of on-soil terrorist attacks are very real, but not for Americans. There have been 0 reports of attacks committed by refugees on American soil in the past 40 years since such information has been collected. They're more likely to die of gun violence at the hands of a fellow American, yet gun violence remains unchecked. The government needs to let go of its outdated xenophobia and accept the role in the violence fully, and allow refugees to escape the war-torn countries that the U.S. has played a hand in. Blatant xenophobia is evident with the illegal Muslim ban. We have always wanted to be seen as the most powerful superpower in the world. The country that is the reverse embodiment of Captain America. We were in the early world wars who always did the right thing and believed in justice and liberty. How can we continue our legacy if we're massively falling behind our United Nations allies such as Germany? We like to say never again, but what does that really mean? Never again for Christians? Never again for white people? If we trace it back to our patriotic roots and remember what it says on our Statue of Liberty, we can enjoy a new economic and cultural renaissance. We've seen such renaissance in our own country. Prior to the 1980s, we saw an influx of Cuban refugees struggling to escape Castro's regime. As a result, those who risked it all and came to America set up shop and began a new era of cultural metropolis that's known around the world. There are great minds all over the world, not just in America. Post-World War II, anti-Semitism was still a big thing in the world. Even many countries denied people asylum. However, America did indeed snatch up German scientists, and thus the Von Braun Group was born. Without the Von Braun Group, we wouldn't have the aerospace science that we do today. This is science that took us to the moon, improved airplanes, and tons of other scientific advantages to engineering. We are very, very potentially missing out on the new scientific breakthrough. Our diversity makes us strong in every facet of life. The few refugees we have saved under the Obama administration have painted the picture for us. We know of the daily 9/11-esque destruction, the airstrikes that are putting scared innocent people to death that we as Americans have never known. We know about their fear and uncertainty and the unfounded prejudice of their culture. We as Americans need to be aware of the backlash to wars our troops are included in. Taking action isn't as extreme as taking in a family of 4 in your small student housing apartment. It's as simple as taking to Twitter, where you can interact with your senators and representatives on a public board to get attention. You can get creative and mail in a postcard with the reasons why helping refugees is something we should do. You can volunteer, employ refugees if you can, Publicly thank the people that are doing things to help the displaced people. The very least you could do is spread the word, the stories of the horrors these people are facing. Ask yourself, is someone's life less important because they were born somewhere else in the world? To conclude, I will end with a quote. May I remind you that it does not say RSVP on the Statue of Liberty. Thank you.
Very good, very good. Good job there, Kaylee.
Thanks, guys.
Two things, please.